Hey guys, Mark here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Google Home Mini to see if it still lives up to the hype after 6 months. Let's jump in. The Google Home Mini released on October 19th of last year, which was about 6 months ago. It currently retails for around $50 US, but you can usually find them on sale for cheaper. I own two, one in charcoal and one in chalk. As far as smart speakers go, I find the design to be very pleasing. It's got a nice cloth textured top with LED indicators. The bottom is made of a nice feeling plastic and it's got a mute button built into it, and the device overall is light but not too light as though it were cheap feeling. The power cord is a white Google branded plug with a micro USB connector on the end. The Google Home Mini does feel like a premium product even though it isn't expensive, and I really like that. But enough about the design. These things have been out for 6 months and I'm sure you've had a look at them more than once. You're more interested in how it performs and what it's like to use one daily. When I first got it, I didn't think I'd use it all that often. Little did I know it would become one of my most used gadgets ever. Seriously, I pretty much rely on these things for daily life now. They control all of the Philips Hue lights all over my house. They are my alarm clocks in the morning, my source of daily news, and so on and so forth. They won't do everything, but they can be extremely helpful. Let's talk about what it's good at and what it's not so good at. So the good. The Google Home Minis are very good at home automation, which is pretty much what it's designed for. My home isn't fully automated, but I do have Philips Hue lights everywhere and Chromecasts on both my TVs. Automation with Philips Hue is particularly good. All I have to say is, hey Google, turn off my bedroom lights.
Okay, turning 2 lights off.
And it works very well. I can also say something like, hey Google, turn on my bedroom lights and change the colors to green.
Okay, changing 2 lights to green.
And that works too. Chromecast integration also works, although it does have limitations as you have to ask it exactly what you want and where you want it to play. It's also very good with answering questions, solving calculations, and just general day-to-day tasks that you might need it for. Oftentimes I'll be looking at products online and the measurements will be given in imperial and I'll need to convert it to metric or vice versa, and instead of just typing it into Google, I can continue looking or doing other work while I just ask the Google Home Mini to convert it for me instead. It's a very practical tool that tends to keep me efficient throughout the day. The speaker on the Google Home Mini is also a forte. It's a small speaker, so don't expect it to be a huge bassy sound in a large room, but for its size, I was very impressed the first time I heard it. The treble is very clear and the bass is present but not overwhelming or anything. It's great if you want to casually listen to some music in a small bedroom or office. Now let's talk about what it's not so good at. In terms of a true smart speaker, we're still a little ways out from actually achieving that title. The Google Home Mini does tend to get hung up on certain questions depending on how you phrase it, and it actually happens more often than I'd like. For example, if I tell Google to turn the wrong set of lights off, naturally you'd say, hey Google, turn those lights back on.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
But clearly that doesn't work so well, so you have to ask it exactly which lights you want to turn back on. This doesn't seem difficult, but it happens quite frequently, and when you're expecting a natural and seamless response from Google like you're used to, it can get a bit annoying. So who is the Google Home Mini for? Honestly, I think just about anyone can get value out of a Mini. You don't have to have all the latest fancy smart home devices to make use of it. Honestly, for a retail price of $50 or cheaper, you get your money's worth just for the speaker. Of course, if you do have smart home gadgets, the Google Home Mini just keeps getting better. If you like this video, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing, and if you didn't, let me know why in a comment below. I love hearing your feedback. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.